Hey guys, now that I've sold my house, I want to tell you 10 things that I've done to help sell my house quickly. So as most of you know, our house is conditionally sold, so it's not finalized yet. We still have a few days before that. Hopefully everything goes good. If not, then obviously our house will go back up on the market. But I've done 10 different things to help me sell my house quickly. So we've had 3 different offers in 6 days time. We had our house shown 4 days. There was 8 showings total in those 4 days, 2 per day. And then the 5th day we knew we had offers. The 6th day we actually signed papers. So I'd say that's fairly quick. So I want to let you know the 10 different things that I've done to help sell my house quickly. So I've made a list on my phone and I'll just go through them one by one. And the first thing is, when you have the first thought in your head that you might want to sell, declutter. Do everything in your power to declutter over like a whole year if you have that amount of time. If you're planning in advance to sell your house, take a whole year and declutter month by month. And that will allow you to get rid of things that you don't need, and it'll actually help you if when you do sell your house, that you won't be moving things that you don't really need or want. So I decluttered for at least a year before we put the house up for sale, and I did it multiple times. So my bedroom, I went through probably, I want to say 6 or 7 different times. I went through my wardrobe probably 5 times and just kept getting rid of things that I noticed I wasn't using, because the less stuff you have in your house, the better. And this kind of goes along with that point. If you have stuff that you don't necessarily want to get rid of, but it's taking up room in your house that makes things look cluttered, get a storage unit or get a shipping container, something to store your stuff away so that people aren't walking into a decluttered home. So my next point, it kind of goes along with if you know you're selling your house in advance, do your research. Make sure you're studying the market. Make sure you understand how real estate works if it's your first time. Research and see what will help sell your house. And obviously I'm going to be listing a few of these things in this video, but go online, go on Pinterest, do whatever you can to find out what it takes to sell your house. I found a lot of great information out there, and I believe that's why I was able to sell my house so quickly. And this goes along with doing your research. Use the market to your advantage. So if you know you want to sell and you can wait until the higher times in the market, use that to your advantage. We knew we wanted to sell last year. We were hoping to get it up for the peak season of last year, and that didn't happen. So we waited, and then we knew that once, you know, January, February, March came around, we wanted it for sale. Because if you can list your house in a time that peak season is about to happen, but you're pretty much the only one on the market, people are going to be drawn to your house because it's the only place on the market. So that's actually what happened to us. There was literally no house other than ours on the market. So people had no choice but to come into our house. And that's in obviously our price range. So if you can use the market to your advantage, do it. Because our real estate agent even wanted to wait and hold off and put drone pictures and a 3D walkthrough and all that on his website before we listed. And we said to him, no, we want to list it now. We can add those things later if it doesn't sell right away, but we want to list now because we want to take advantage of having no competition. So that is one of my biggest points, is try and use the market to your advantage. And if you don't know the market, once again, do your research, know how the market works in your area and what houses are selling for, and then also price your house at a point where people are going to want to come in. Because if you're at that point where you might be just a tad lower than everybody else, people will come to you and you'll have multiple offers, and then hopefully you'll get your listing price, which you would have come down from a higher price anyways. So like us, the average price in this area was $299. We listed at $289 just to be below, and we ended up with 3 offers. And obviously this isn't going to work for all situations, but I think it's helpful to know that if you do list a little bit lower and right at the perfect price point, people are going to be willing to pay full price. So this kind of goes along with decluttering, but my 4th tip is, if you have kids, clear out as many toys as you can. Obviously, we know when kids, get toys over the years, they stop playing with them and they kind of just hang around and make clutter. So if you can, try and purge out toys. Like I said, even if you don't want to get rid of them, store them away. And you don't want to get rid of all of the toys because you want people to see that it is a family-friendly home, but you also don't want it to look at like a daycare. My number 5th tip is to keep things simple. So as you look around your house, make sure things are simple because you don't want things to be so busy. And once again, it goes along with decluttering, but you also don't want to make a lot of work for yourself when you have showings. So if you're keeping things simple, it's going to be less work for you as well. Now, I've already done a video on this, but my 6th tip is to get staging items. So buy items specifically to stage your house. If you are missing, say you have a blank wall and you think something could go there that someone could see potential in, like a desk and a chair or something like that, put those items in there because it's going to grab the attention of someone and boost their creativity of how they could use the space better. Also, just little details like decor pieces just make the house look fresh and inviting, and not used, because you want someone to come into your house and be like, wow, everything looks untouched and I could live here. Obviously that's totally not the case, especially with our house. Our house can be totally trashed at times and people would walk in here and be like, oh, this place is a mess, I would not want to live here. But if you have that nice clean looking staging items, then people are going to feel invited into a clean space. My 7th tip is, if you do have items that you're going to be moving in and out of the house during showings, get laundry basket. Use one single laundry basket for every room if you have to. If you have toys that you do want to keep, but they're just too many that you want to get rid of them just during the showings, get a laundry basket for your living room or your kids' room and throw everything in, and that will help you so you don't have to tidy the space every single time and try and get things put away in a quickly manner. So if you get a laundry basket, you can put everything in it and take it out to your car and not have to worry about it. So I believe laundry baskets or even boxes are a great way to help you stay organized and quickly get your house ready for a showing. So as for showings, try and group them together. It will make your life so much easier of having, say, multiple showings in one day versus having one every other day during the week. If you have a lot of showings, try and get your real estate agent to move them around so that you can do all of the showings in one day. We tried to do 2 per day, and obviously I would have loved to have, 3 per day, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So what happened was we had 2 per day for 4 days, which totaled 8 showings. And during those showings, make sure you have your house smelling clean. So use something like a SCENTSY warmer, or if you can, of course, like always said, bake some cookies before you leave. And I don't know who in their right mind has time to bake cookies before a showing, but if you can do that, because obviously that's going to make your house smell amazing. But for me, I don't have the time to do that. So I throw on my Scentsies an hour before, and then if you feel like the scent is too strong, put it on an hour before and turn them off when you're about to leave. And then that way there'll be the lingering scent of whatever scent you use, but it won't be overwhelming, because sometimes you can choose a scent that someone may not like and they might walk in and be like, ooh, I don't like the smell of this house, and they may walk out. So you don't want that. So if it's overpowering, then make sure you're turning it off before you leave. And then my number 10 tip is basically move out of your house. And honestly, I'm not joking about this. If you can, move out of your house for the time that you have showings, because if you have a lot of showings, you don't want to be in and out of your house and using the house and trying to keep it clean and everything like that. So if you can, move out. go to somewhere like your parents' or a friend's place or a relative, something like that. And obviously not everybody can do that. We had the option of doing that. We moved into mom and dad's place for 4 days, and we came back and forth just to grab things and make sure things were still tidy and the way we wanted them. But if you can, move out. It'll make your life so much easier. And obviously an alternate would be get a babysitter if you can't do that. If you know the night before or the day before that you're going to be having a showing, ask the babysitter to take the kids the night before, and then you'll have all morning to prep your house the way you want it and have it nice, clean looking for when you need to leave. So I think that is all my 10 tips for this video. I hope you enjoyed them. If you have any other tips, leave them in the comments below, because I'm sure we would all love to hear them. But that's how I sold my house so quickly, hopefully, if I don't jinx everything by posting this video. If not, I'm sure it'll sell anyways. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you all, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.